G'day everybody, my name is Elliot Waters and you're listening to the Dysregulated podcast. As always, thank you for tuning in. Okay everybody, there's some warning signs. Yours truly, I'm starting to slip and there's some signs of this, which is sort of good that there's the insight that this is happening, but at the same time it's not good that this is happening, you know what I mean? So some of the warning signs that I'm starting to slip, so this is my general mood, this isn't slipping into some sort of BPD spiral or, OCD sort of flare up or anything like that. This is just sort of like a general mood slowing and going towards the negative sort of thing. So these are life sort of warning signs, not mechanical in the sense that, I'm not talking about specific cognitions are starting to fire up and those, repetitive sort of obsessions are firing up. This isn't cognitively mechanical. This is more just general life outcomes that are showing, or outcomes not being met, that are showing that things are not going particularly great. So, for example, I talked about this before, but there's a cluster of these at the moment. My room is messy. My car is messy. Clothes need washing. I haven't got groceries like I need to. Still not going to the gym. Still not running. And also not really hanging out with people as well. So you put these all together and all of a sudden there's a lot of negatives coming here and they're all happening sort of around the same time, which is not a good sign. As I said, the good thing is the insight. There's this level of insight that allows me to sort of be able to look at the general life situation and go, okay, this is becoming a problem. I need to do something about it. So that's good because back in the day, previously before I knew all this sort of stuff and before I knew all this stuff about myself, I would just slip into these sort of depressive modes without really thinking about putting the brakes on because I didn't know that I needed to put the brakes on. And then all of a sudden things were not particularly good. And that used to happen very rapidly, very quickly. Whereas now, thanks to experience and thanks to the experience of going through this more than once, I'm aware of what sort of is coming if I'm not able to put the brakes on when these warning signs pop up. So that's the predicament that I'm in at the moment. It doesn't shock me that this is happening. Another warning sign too, I was just about the yawn and it made me think, sleep at the moment is a problem. But the thing is I'm getting enough hours, but I'm still waking up dead tired. That is also a sign. When I'm in a good mood, I seem to be able to shake off that tiredness. Even if I'm in a good mood, I've had 3 hours sleep, I'm going to be sleepy, you know what I mean? But if I'm in a good mood and I've had 8 hours, usually that's enough and we're feeling good. If I'm in a bad mood and I've had 8 hours, it feels like I've had 3, you know what I mean? Does that make sense? So, there's this opposing sort of feeling that happens when I'm on the negative side of things, whereas if I'm on the positive side of things, that manifestation of that feeling, the whole feeling sleepy, even though I've had enough sleep thing, doesn't present itself. So these warning signs all add up to the sort of general conclusion that says we need to put the brakes on. And it's hard. I think why this is happening, and this is partly because, or a big part of it actually, I think is because I haven't got a new job yet. And I'm still feel like I'm slaving away at a job that I feel uninspired in, unmotivated. And when you're feeling uninspired and unmotivated at work, because obviously we're at work for a lot of our lives, a big part of our days, our portions of our days are spent at work. If you're feeling unmotivated at work, that tends to have a bit of a flow-on effect, especially when at the moment, I'm not really doing much as far as my hobbies and interests are concerned. So a lot of it is about work for me at the moment. And when I'm not happy in work, that tends to flow on to everything else. And that's exactly what seems to be happening at the moment. So there you go. So there's just a very little quick insight and little update of what's going on in my world at the moment. I would like to do more of this episode and keep pushing and going through a few more little topics that are sort of important, but I just don't have the energy, I don't have the motivation or the inspiration, as I alluded to before. So that's it for now. If you're enjoying the show, feel free to like, subscribe, give the show a great rating, and you can, of course, share it around with your mates. You can follow me on Instagram at elliot.t.waters, and I am excited for the next episode. It's going to be a cracker. I just need to get back into the game, get my head back into the game. So I have the impetus to do a nice, big, long episode for you guys. It's coming, I promise. All right, thank you guys. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time here on the Dysregulated podcast.